Hello, friends. Oh my god, I'm low-key very nervous right now. I can't lie. But hello, how are we doing? Long time no see. I hope everyone's doing well and has had a good week so far. Where did my lo-fi with my cat go? These lo-fi titles on these YouTube videos are so extra and long, always. Like this one's lo-fi with my cat and a wonderful day, work, relax, healing, lo-fi mixed lo-fi songs. Solid. Alright. I'm nervy, officially. Okay. I'm wearing my Fourth Wing shirt and we're talking about Akatar and Sarah J. Maas. So. Diversity. Fuck if I know. Okay. I don't have yet. I don't have any like Akatar merch, but I do have a shirt, like one of the Suriel T like shirts that are cute. I want to get one of those. I'm going to probably soon, because I need to rep. Like I got my Fourth Wing tattoo before I got my Akatar tattoo. Girl. So yeah, we're gonna keep it fun, keep it light. This first episode's really kind of a free ball. So the series is gonna be like a book club, but I'm going to be doing it right now in the sense of like, and not like book club, like old school book club where like, okay, everybody read this, come back, let's talk about it. I'm not gonna do that yet. I might do it like later down the road if, you know, things are going well and we're having fun, having a good old time. I might do like, you know, a couple little events like that. Hi Mars, how are you? Welcome in. I hope you're doing well and you've been having a good week. But yeah, so like later down the road, maybe, you know, when I get like more into the flow and, you know, things are going good, I feel, then I might do like an event like that where it is like old school book club where we all read something, you know, whatever. But right now it's just kind of gonna be like podcasty kind of like vibes, just live. And each week we'll have like a different series, a different book, maybe a specific author. I just had an idea for an episode that I'm gonna put my little notes real quick. I need to get like a Notion and get more organized and shit with like a calendar. I want to do an episode on tropes, because I was fucking around in the tier list maker today and I was like, 30 good book talk ones, and there were a bunch. What y'all know about Casey's? What y'all know about Casey's Pizza? You from the Midwest, you know. That still blows me that that's like a Midwest thing and people are really shook by the fact that we get pizza from like a gas station. They ain't know nothing. That taco pizza. I don't like beans though, so it's like, Dude, the mac and cheese pizza they used to have. Bring it back, bitches. Doing well. This is such a cool concept. Thank you. I got my fucking messy ass disaster of a mini bookcase. It's sad. But like, yeah, that's just kind of. I need to get another like. I need to thrift another kind of like floral. I want to do like a more elaborate space out like collage there. 2 slices of pep on me right now. Keep that motherfucker thing on me. But thank you, Mars, so much. I'm very, very nervous. But one thing about me, I'm a yapper. Especially with books. Like today, before I was like got down here and started getting ready, I ran to Dollar General. And there's a newer cashier girl there, and we always like be chatting. She's really cool. And I do. I'm a yapper. No shot, no. Sarcasm. Anyways, she saw my dragons for fourth, and she was like, "Is that for fourth wing?" And I was like, you treading on dangerous waters, girlfriend. Yes, it is, and I am wearing a fourth wing shirt right now. What you know about it?" And we was talking a little bit. She hasn't read fourth wing yet, and she hasn't finished like Actar, she said. And I was like, "Girl, let me tell you, let me chat, let me yap a little bit, you know." But yeah, that was cool. So I'd be like on my streams yapping about books, and I was like, I already have a true crime series, so like let's do another new like cool concept and do like a little book club vibe, you know? Damn, Casey's pizza kind of on fire now. I was gonna make tater tot burgers though. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, so I was just like, we're gonna kind of freeball it until I get into like a rhythm. I do have like some notes, so I do kind of have felt free. Oh, which you got like points, some facts. Did y'all see that brain cell go? I have like notes and stuff that I kind of want to follow, and then I was gonna kind of create a system where it's viewer friendly for everybody. So I think when I'm gonna be specifically talking like spoilers, like context of the book, I think I'm gonna put some like text up here that just says like spoilers, you know, like beware when I'm talking about that, just because I don't want anything to get ruined for anybody, you know. Because Crescent City Book 2 ending, TikTok. Yeah. TikTok happened for a lot of people. And I just wish it didn't, just for the simple fact of like that experience would have been fucking insane. I would have blew my fucking 3 brain cells minds. They got their own minds. Yeah, I need to get like the smaller one, the mini one. I've been meaning to. You know what I really fucking want? A Steam Deck. I can't even lie. Or not a Steam Deck. Yeah? Is that the like fucking PSP thing? Steam's like Switch. I want it. Can't you play like Stardew and shit? That's why I want it, to be honest. But yeah, so right now the vibes are just kind of podcasty, just chatting about the specific topic of the episode. And then like I said, further down the line, maybe, you know, if things are going well and I feel like I'm in more of a rhythm and comfortable, then we could do like a classic old school book club kind of thing. Steam Deck. I read it and went along, so you know, where we like all decide on a book together or something. But yeah, so see, I'm yapping and I ain't even fucking on the topic yet. Them silent book reviews, bro, are me. Fucking. There ain't nothing silent about this bitch. You just not talking. Silent who? That's me though. That is me. I swear. That's me. But yeah, so I was gonna do just ACOTAR specifically, but I was like, I just finished Crescent City 3, House of Flame and Shadow. I need to yap about it, okay? Because I know nobody else that's read it. So, I need to yap about it somewhere. Look how fucking thick this shawty is. It was backwards. She thick. She thick. This is 823 pages, I believe. I think. Oh yeah. 835 pages. That's the crazy thing though, is like for Akatar, oh, can I get this hair out of my fucking lip gloss? With Akatar, but you know, it's a novel. She ain't bad. She ain't bad. And then the second book is literally like this big. The third book is fucking thick. And then she got the cute little fourth book that's like the little winter special that's like half the size of this. And then the last book is thick. Girl. Also, one thing about fucking Sarah J Maas's fucking Sarah, when I find you, you fucking Delulu ass bitch. The last like 200 to 100 pages of a SJM book, if you know, you know, are like a whole goddamn 6-season TV show. It don't stop. She said, plot twist, plot twist, plot twist in the plot twist. But wait, plot twist, girl, hold on. Damn. Oh my god, I was like, what the fuck is that? I forgot I put my shows up painting up there. I was like, what happened? But yeah, so also little confession, I have like money trauma and I don't like spending money on things, specific things. So books I have always refused like to buy because I don't reread books. So then I'm in my head, like I see it on the bookshelf and I'm like, it's wasted money. And so I came up with a system for most of my reading journey up until now. Hello, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. So from when I started reading and started my book talk journey was last like June-ish. I started with I left it upstairs. I started with, what is it fucking, I'm literally reading the second book right now. If He Something. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm alright. Thank you for asking. Glad to see you're alright. Hello? If He Had Been With Me. Yes. Yeah. I started with that. A little something light, you know, little YA, young adult. Made me cry like a bitch. But that's beside the point. Yeah, If He Had Been With Me. The second book literally like just dropped 2 days ago. If only I had told her. When I tell y'all, I have been crying the whole time I've been reading this book. But that's how I started my journey, is that first book. And then I dove into Akatar. I read that shit in a week. I don't know where I had the time. I would like to know myself, okay? Couldn't tell you. I was invested. And that's how they trap you. Okay. Miss Girl. See, stories and stories. I'm a fucking yapper. The money trauma thing. So, I would buy the books on Amazon. They're cheaper on Amazon. And then I would return them after I read them as Amazon credit. And then just recycle the credit for book. And I won 2 like contests at work, and they gave me Amazon gift cards. So before like recently, I have barely spent any of my own money on the books. If that's your thing, you're welcome. Have my plan. I think I got small smooth brain, but I think that's big brain, okay? Because I just have never liked rereading books. I don't know. It's not me. So I've never kept books. And then like recently, I finally, I had a 5 maybe, because there were a couple that like for some reason Amazon was like, oh, you can keep that shit. I was like, okay. I recently started buying the ACOTAR books because I was like, these are some of my favorite fucking books ever and are important to me. Like this is what got me back into reading and like on some deeper level shit, like inner child healing, because I used to read a lot when I was younger, and that's on I had to stay in my room and had nothing better to do. Trauma. But yeah, so I was like, I'm gonna buy these. They have to. And you know, clearly you see I buy a paperback because they're cheaper. So I started buying these, and then another one I kept purposely was Powerless. Sorry, Powerful is the little thing that's coming out. Powerless by Lauren Roberts. Bitch. Yeah. And then I've just kind of been buying them and keeping most of them. But it really started off like needing to have ACOTAR in my possession. Welcome back, non-subby friends. And so I'm gonna buy the Crescent City 1 and 2 as well, since I just already have her from pre-ordering. Fourth Wing and Iron Flame I'll probably end up getting. Those are like the staples. So now, SJM. She's fucking smart. The brain on this woman. What do you mean? What do you mean? The brain on this woman is actually fucking insane. So goddamn insane. So she has 3 series. She's got ACOTAR, which right now there's 5 books. The 6th one should possibly be coming out next year, apparently, from what she's possibly, she's been saying possibly next year. Very pissed that it's gonna be an Elaine book because I can't even lie. Damn! Twitch, we just had an ad break, you stingy bitches. It's gonna be an Elaine book, and I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I am an Elaine hater. That's just me. There's people that like Elaine. I don't at all. So I'm very upset about it, but whatever. I'm still gonna read it. Welcome back, non-subby friends. Sorry, Twitch is fucking stingy. So yeah, there's ACOTAR, which is still going. Then there's Throne of Glass, which is done, and that is 8 books. Very unpopular opinion. I DNF'd. I stopped. Midway through book 4. I didn't read the prequel Assassin's Blade, like I was supposed to, but whatever. Not important. I was in the middle of book 4 and I was just like, I cannot keep forcing myself to read this. Like, I'm not enjoying myself. I'm not gonna keep trying. And I don't know. I'm gonna try to give it another shot, like, soon. I want to. Because, like, the first book and I think the second book were good, but I don't know. I just was not invested in the new people that, well, one of the new storylines that was, like, going on. But it's apparently, like, a good one, so I don't know. And I know the last 2 books are very emotional, and I'm like, but they're fucking, like, 1,000 pages each. And you're supposed to tandem read them bitches. Oh my god, do you think I have more than 5 brain cells to do that? Very bold of you. Very bold of you. Because I don't. So I wanna try to give it another chance and actually, like, pay attention and invest. And you know, now that whatever this fucking hair is doing, it's pissing me off. My god. Like, what, girl? Anyways, I'm just hoping that it goes better than it did. Because I'm gonna be so sad. So I have FOMO. Like, I know half of the shit that happens because of all the like the shit people post and stuff, but I have FOMO, okay? Like, damn. And then the third one that is still ongoing, this is the third book that it actually just came out. Like it was like January 30th, so it was like right before February started. This is ongoing. Your mind on this woman, y'all. So all of them have Easter eggs to where the series are all interconnected and like little things that you pick up, like, oh, I read ACOTAR and I'm reading this, and I was like, oh, you know, there's this little piece that's like, that's from ACOTAR, bitch. That's so when people say the SJM universe, that's what they mean, is the way that these are all in a sense almost intertwined, but completely different fucking stories and plots, but also like, and so I read Crescent City without finishing Throne of Glass, but there's a decent bit, because there's a pretty big connection in this one to both, really, but there is one really big notable one, kind of, I guess, that's Throne of Glass kind of in this book, and I saw people's posts and I connected it because I knew of the person, but I don't know. So reading Throne of Glass, I feel like, is not exactly essential to read Crescent City, but ACOTAR is, in my opinion, like, because, you know, the Easter eggs that are in Crescent City that are connected to ACOTAR are like, bitch. And so it's not gonna be as like, holy shit, if you haven't read ACOTAR. You could, but it just wouldn't be as much of like a big deal, and you wouldn't necessarily you wouldn't understand. Like, you're just like, okay, cool. So that's my opinion, honestly. But yeah, so SJM, the brain on that fucking woman, we don't stand her as a person, I will say that, but the brain on that woman, like, to have all of this like already thought out and like to pre-plan connections and shit blows my mind. Cause what the fuck do you mean? How far ahead are you playing, bitch? Let us know, because I don't think she said how many books she has planned to release in either of the ongoing series. Like, I don't think she said anywhere explicitly, like, oh, ACOTAR is only, you know, there's gonna be 8 books. So it's like, how far are we going, girl? But I would sell my soul to experience A Court of Thorns and Roses, like the whole series again, for the first time. I would sell my soul, genuinely. It is such a fucking experience. Like, oh my god, I could just yap about it all day. I really fucking could. But Crescent City, like, yes, A Court of Thorns and Roses, always gonna be a top fave for me. Always. It's like,
Kroger always gives you savings and rewards
it's
on top of our lower than low prices.
so important to me in the fact that it did start my reading journey again, you know, and it's just, it's a fucking story, bitch. But fucking Crescent City, I love Crescent City so goddamn much. So fucking much. It is so fucking crazy. The amount of never-ending plot twist in this series is fucking insane. Like, insane. Beyond insane. Like, there's plot, like I was talking about in the beginning, like plot twist after plot twist after. Oh, actually, that plot twist, not real. So here's the actual plot twist. Like, but it's also a canon event that, like, the first 100 pages of the first book, you have no idea what's going on, because the amount of, like, world building and shit and all of the like fantasy funky fucking names, you're like, okay, huh? You just gotta let it go. It's not essential to the experience. You'll get it. You'll get there. Don't worry about it. God, I can't. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy. So, to give a very quick summary of each series, ACOTAR is this girl, she's out, you know, hunting in the woods, trying to get food for her family. She's comes from, you know, like, very little money. This is set in older times. And all of these are romantasy, just fantasy kind of. So in this world, Prithian, it's like there's this wall, kind of, almost, and it's split between the Fae realm and the humans. And the humans stay, you know, and they don't fuck with that. We don't fuck with each other, right? Anyways, so it's this girl named Feyre. Like I said, she's out hunting for her family. And she comes from very little, well, they used to have money, and then shit happened. Their fucking dad. She has 2 sisters, and they all live in this little house. Yeah. So she gets involved unintentionally with the Fae realm. And this isn't really necessarily spoilers, because, I mean, this is... Yeah, this is literally on the back of the book, basically. So when she's in the woods, she's not seeing anything, she's freezing her fucking ass off. It's like in the middle of winter. If she doesn't catch something, they're probably going to starve. And then she sees this wolf. She's very indifferent about killing this wolf, because there's been rumors that there are Fae coming across and showing themselves in the woods in, like, wolf forms. So she's very, like... And after, like, some debating, she kind of just finds it in herself to... Okay, I don't, you know... Here's, you know, she's doing the math in her head. She's like, okay, you know, they're not doing this, it's not doing that. It's not looking at me like, you know, whatever. So she ends up killing the wolf. Okay. And she brings the wolf back. They're, like, her family's kind of like, bitch, Feyre, what? And she, you know, she's gonna sell the hide, the fur and shit. She's gonna sell some of the extra meat to get her family some money, things like that. So she kills the wolf, whatever. Then in the middle of the fucking night, like a couple days after, This motherfucking beast busts up in our house, right? So where the fuck is the bitch that killed my motherfucking homie? They said, oh, you mean Pharaoh? Oh, you mean... It wasn't me. She right there. Anyway. So, it turns out the wolf was a fae. And this is how she gets dragged into this fae realm. The beast that comes in, basically kidnaps her and takes her with him to the fae realm. Turns out he's not a beast all the time. That's like just like a form. He's actually a fae man. His name's Tamlin. And this immortal fucking beast fae kidnaps her. She's like, pretty sure she's like 17 at the fucking time also. And takes her to his kingdom and the castle, because he is the High Lord of the Spring Court. So this fae realm on the, you know, their side is split into courts, and each court has a High Lord, basically like a king. So he is the High Lord of the Spring Court. So, you know, Feyre's dragged into this fae world. She has no idea what the fuck's going on. She's learning things. She's like, okay, can I go back to my fucking family? Please? And he's like, and yeah, so she's thrown into this world. A whole bunch of shit goes down. My favorite book is the second book, which is universal opinion for most people. The second book, man. So yeah, that's the at least beginning premise of A Court of Thorns and Roses. Throne of Glass, I feel like, is even, honestly, could be in kind of like almost the same time frame, maybe a little bit farther in the past than Throne of Glass. I'm not really sure what she's like intending. I don't know, I didn't like research, but I know she's like talked about it. Throne of Glass. So there's this girl, let me just like look it up so I don't spoil something. So Throne of Glass is also a fantasy. It's more kind of like the knights and kind of, there's not, well, I don't, yeah. It's more, starts off in like a kings and knights and castles kind of vibe, like that. So this this girl, Selena, she's an assassin, and she's in this like prison. She's basically forced into like slavery with, you know, all these motherfuckers, and they're like, I'm thinking like a fucking mountain or some shit. I don't really remember. But she's given a second chance by the king of the kingdom. He's a piece of shit. Anyways, but so he is like, oh, she's known around these parts, okay? Her name, people know her, okay? She that bitch. So Selena gets a second chance. They go and snatch her up out of this little slavery and prison and take her to the castle, you know, like the king's castle. And the king's basically like, so you can like go back to fucking the trenches, or you can be my personal assassin and like bodyguard to my son, Prince Dorian. She's like the most gifted, you know, murderer in the lands. So she's forced into that. But to get the spot, in a sense, she's got it, but like she doesn't. So to get the spot like officially, she has to go through like a bunch of trials and tests. And in the the finale of the trials, she has to fight off the like her competition, the remaining competition. And yeah, so shit just goes down. They find out, you know, shit's not what it should be, or there's some weird shit going on, you know. Yeah, so that's like the premise of Throne of Glass, essentially. Again, I didn't fully finish it, but I got to book 4. And then Crescent City. Crescent City is like modern times. They got phones and shit. Yeah, modern times. This girl named Bryce and her best friend named Danica, they live together. They've done like everything together. They're big partiers. They be doing fucking they do drugs. They be doing shit, right? So they locked in. They locked the fucking, they sisters. And this is fantasy. This is very fantasy. So like I said, the first like 100 pages of Crescent City, you don't fucking know what's going on. There's all sorts of shit. But there's like a whole bunch of different species like of beast or just races basically. So Danica runs a pack of wolves. They're like kind of, they up there, they kind of famous, you know, because they do a lot of the, not like police work, but they be killing motherfuckers that need to be killed. I don't know. I don't remember really the premise of what their position actually was. But there's packs in the, yeah, whatever. Anyways, so she is the leader of this little pack. And her and Bryce live together. And so I don't remember exactly. Essentially, I remember that Bryce is all sorts of fuggered up. Like, she was fugged up. She was off the shits, right? She was out clubbing, by herself. Usually she was, you know, with Danica, whatever. She manages to stumble her ass home, and she opened the apartment up to literally Danica and the entire pack dead. This isn't really spoilers, by the way. This is off rip. Like, this beginning of the motherfucking book, right? So then she's like fucking goes running, but she's all fucked up. Then she gets chased by this fucking like demon ass beast, okay? Whatever. So essentially the moral of the story is Bryce is trying to solve this crime, this murder, who done it. And there's a whole lot of plot twists. There's, you know, lies unfolded, secrets found, a whole lot of shit. She gets this like guard. I don't remember exactly the reason. I think, oh, because the like leader of the authorities know that she's like in with them. And this is like a couple years later, another one of those beasts appear. And he's like, I know you was connected to the first one, right? So I'm gonna need you to look into it. So Am I like basically the police? Yeah, but like that's all you, girl. Here's a little bodyguard kind of guy. He's gonna help you. He's one of my people. Good luck. I ain't doing nothing. So that's yeah. And so incoming Hunt is his name. And yeah, so they go on a whole bunch, like they find out a whole lot of shit. They go through a whole bunch of shit. Crazy. Absolutely fucking insane. Such a good fucking book. Series, really. So yeah, those are this like very quick descriptions of each one. And like I said, there's Easter eggs connecting all of these together. Like just little threads through the three. And it's just so mind-blowing in the amount of premeditated thought going into this and planning. The brain you've got, girl. Couldn't be me. So yeah. That's the quickest way I can sum up the SJM universe without spoilers, I guess, in very brief descriptions. So, on that note, I should have made it earlier. Um, there's a fucking just typing of it. I can't type. Moral of the story. Okay. Oh. Oh, wow. Underline, no. I don't know what all these look like, okay? Sure. I really should have done this before stream, but I didn't think about it. Background color. Trying to think of what color would be good. Should I just do black instead of white? Probably. Okay. Is it good? No. Is it gonna have to do? Yes. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be... I should have done this before stream, I didn't think about it. So this is how I will be letting people know that I am now talking more in depth about things that would be spoilers. So I do want to include both so that people, you know, who are interested in the book or the series or like haven't finished them but want to talk about what they have read, you know, anything like that, they have a chance to do so. While we're just kind of going through the basics. And then for the people that have and want to yap with me, because I, you know, like I said, I'm a certified yapper, I will do a warning. Where the fuck do I begin, man? Holy shit. Okay. Oh my god. On the note of connections and, you know, Easter eggs, the Akatar to Crescent City connection is not a fucking Easter egg, bitch. Them plots said they connected and then they didn't. So, About to get into spoilers. If you have not read the SJM universe, man, fucking ad. If you have not read Crescent City, at least at the bare minimum, you gonna want to turn the turn the audio off for, you know, however long that's up there. Click off and check back in. Don't check back in. Whatever. So, what I mean by the connection is not an Easter egg like a lot of the other things. At the end of book 2, which I wish this was not spoiled for me because experiencing this without knowing would have been fucking insane. I would have lost my ever-loving mind. At the end of book 2, Bryce is trying to jump into a fucking portal to hell to get their help in defeating the Astari. I saw some issue. I'm gonna be mispronouncing hella shit. And she lands in a different world. You wanna know who she immediately runs into when she lands? Asriel from Akatar. She lands in fucking Perithian. And they go, and she meets like only like four-ish probably of those people. But that's a whole nother like plot line that, so like the way that the book ends, it's literally just like her landing there, immediately landing up on him, and he's like, bitch, I will fucking kill you. Who the fuck are you? And then like a very brief thing where they take her to, you know, wherever they take her at that part. And it ends literally with her meeting Rhys-Ann. He's like, hello, Bryce Quinlan. I'm Rhys-Ann. The way I would have lost my ever-loving tiny fucking mind if that was not spoiled. Girl. So then, this book starts. There's fucking mad POVs in this book, though. That's another thing that has been throwing a lot of people off. I didn't mind it too much. I don't know. I think it was important to the story because it would have been weird if it was just Bryce's POV. Because then it's just like, okay, there's a lot of other things going on. It begins with her. She's getting like interrogated. They put her ass under the mountain in the little prison where they keep all the monsters that they fucking gathered over centuries. The beast. They put her ass down there. They also, when she first lands, and she starts speaking, she's like, am I in hell? Like, where the fuck am I? Where am I not in hell? Like, girl, what? I was trying to get to hell. Who the fuck are y'all? And they're like, oh, girl, ain't no one spoke that language in like thousands of years. How do you know that shit? Who are you? Rhys-Ann knows how to speak it, though. But yeah, so she's getting kind of like interrogated under the mountain by Rhys-Ann, Asriel, and I know Nesta pops in and out. I don't know. Yeah. And then Amren's there because Amren is, who the fuck knows how old. I fucking love Amren though. She's fucking crazy. But she be knowing shit. You know the rules, sir. We don't do that. And they're kind of eventually she kind of tells them things. and they are finding out things that are like, oh shit, our universes are actually connected, because Bryce finds out the Astari are literal, like, aliens, and were first on Prithian's planet before they came to Midgard. So they're like these fucking alien ass motherfuckers who are who knows how old. And so their like lores, their land's lores are interconnected. Because, you know, like Midgard, they have like, oh, Thea and whoever, can't remember his name, came here and, you know, started the whole thing. Like the lore like that. They're like, oh shit. But ours weren't called that. So, and then also, Bryce has the Star Sword. And in a like myth, Azrael's dagger and her Star Sword, when they come together, they save the universe. So she's like, and so they come to the conclusion that the reason she landed there is because the Star Sword dragged her ass. Like, oh shit, hey, long time no see, dagger. Yeah, moral of the story. But this book was so fucking good. In the beginning, for a little bit, everybody was like, oh my, you know, like Bryce is just being fucking annoying, because but Bryce kind of, she goes on this little like adventure with Nesta and Azrael because she was trying to break out, and they're, you know, Nesta and Bryce, they would be besties. There's a bonus chapter in one of the versions. I want to say it's the Walmart's bonus chapter, but I'm probably wrong. It's bonus chapter of when she's with Azrael and Nesta and they're all talking and whatever. And Nesta literally says to her, she's like, you know what? I like you. You know, if we weren't in this and this isn't how we met, I probably would have been okay being your friend, Bryce. They would be besties. They would be best gals. But yeah, so then she fucks him over, like kind of tricks him, and she's like, I'm gonna need to take that dagger and go. Because they find this like fucking little thing and learn this whole truth about the real story behind the lore. See, I was gonna say it, but then like it just but while she's under the mountain and they're in these tunnels that were created by the worm, they run into a worm. Nesta goes fucking crazy. She whips out the mask, puts that shit on. And then when they're done, like, she still has the mask on, and with Nesta, like, with the mask, if you get too in deep, you ain't gonna take that shit off. You won't die. Azrael, to get her to take it off, is like, hey, Nesta, like, take it off. Like, hey, Cassian's with... And then he's like, he names, like, a lot, like, almost the whole inner circle. And then at the end, he's like, this is waiting for you. And that's what snaps her out of it. You know she that cool auntie. You know Nesta, the cool aunt. That, like, I mean, she was an alcoholic, so I was gonna say, like, the drunk aunt, but disrespecting my girl. She's a cool aunt. But yeah, no, when Az brings him up, I cried. I actually cried. It was a fucking 3-sentence. Dude. I was in shambles. But yeah, so Bryce, like, not too long after that, they find this thing. And it's Celine, which is one of Thea's daughters. Thea is like I said, with the lore, the main person that like came over into Midgard and started Midgard, you know, she's part of their lore, her and her mans. So Celine, this like weird video thing pops up, and in this like little fucking cave in the cave, it's like this video, and Celine's telling the tea, the true shit. And they basically find out like what really fucking happened, and that the tunnels are basically made for somebody of, you know, their descent to eventually, that can, you know, has all the star power and all that bullshit to come. Like basically she's like, we made this shit so that you can get the rest of the star power, because Bryce doesn't actually have all of it. Thea split it up, 3 stars, her, Celine, and then Helena, the other daughter. And it's like, you've got Thea's, mine's in here. And then they find out later that Helena's is back in Midgard. They get that later. But yeah, she finds out basically, like, she ends up slurping up the other star, and you know, she's fucking like glowing and shit, and she's like, oh my god, I got all this raw power, because Midgard, that shit diluted, you know, that whatever. And eventually they also meet a fucking whole ass Astari that's there in Midgard, or in Prithian, under the mountain, just like entombed. And she was old as fuck, and she used to like serve under Theo anyways, or Thea, whatever. They kill her, but then at that point, she, you know, she's like, oh my god, I got all this fucking power. So this whole time, the Star Sword and the dagger are like calling to each other, and like her and Az, even though Az doesn't really show it, but Bryce notices a couple times where he almost looks like he's like uncomfortable. So she's like, no, she knows that he's feeling the shit too. She basically just on like instinct and pure fucking send it, hope this works, just fucking steals it. It has it fly across the room into her hand. She's like, thanks for the cool adventure, guys. I gotta go to my man. I gotta go save my planet. And teleports back. And she teleports like pretty much almost right directly to Hunt, because their souls are tied together. I'm pretty sure the like caused a like count was like 5. I was keeping score because I was on somebody's bingo card, is like caused a like was gonna be in there a bunch. But yeah, so she pops up, helps save Hunt. Dude, her entrance is so fucking good. So at this point, there's a whole lot of shit going on in Midgard while she's gone. Hunt, Rune, and Baxian? Bax, we'll just say Bax, are in the dungeon being tortured by fucking Polax's bitch fucking psycho ass. And Lydia, the hind, is there, but like she's like in shambles. She's like, oh my god, like she just found out that, you know, her and Rune have been fucking telepathically whatever fucking and shit. There's so much in this book, dude. But yeah, they get it, like Lydia the hind gets them out. There's a whole fucking escape thing. They all get into the Death Charger. Yeah, it's that underwater like submarine thing that saved them in book 2 before. They're in there, and Tharion, the mayor guy, he's fucking hilarious. I love him. He's so Helion coded. The Akatar fucking funny slut man that be fucking everybody. Bisexual king. He's so him coded. Just like the I don't know. Yeah. He in some deep shit with like everybody. Everybody got a bounty on his ass anyways. So they're talking to like, I don't even, she's one of the fucking queens of the water shits. And she's like, why shouldn't I turn your ass in and get this bag? Convince your case to me, because and they're in the middle of like in this heated debate with her ass, and Bryce's bitch ass walks through the fucking door. Nobody actually has, like, nobody knows where she is. The story, it got kind of like leaked, like information trickled down that the Astari thinks she went to another world and has their little things looking for her. So they're like, okay, if she's not in hell, because they were talking to the Princess of Hell, where the fuck did she go? They have no idea where she's been. They don't know if she's even alive. Ad starts in 15 seconds and I can't snooze it anymore, so I'm sorry, non-subby friends. Her entrance, she pops in, she's like, because he rules under me. Because she is queen of the Valbaran Fae. She's like, that's why. Because he's actually ruling, or he's actually serving under me. Bitch. And that's how she walks in. And it's like, it was so, oh my god, it was so good. It was so sad. I love Bryce's fucking just not give a shit ass attitude. Like, she'll just fucking say anything to anybody. She does not give a fuck who you are. Like, who was it? It was one of the, oh man, who the fuck was it? I don't know. In some sense, it was like this bad person, and they were doing some fucked up shit or something. See, now it just is gone, and I'm pissed about it. But she's just like, I didn't know you were into knitting, and she's so not serious. She's completely unserious. Kitty, I don't need your bullshit. We're not doing this. Actually, I think I have notes still, because I was, yeah. Ad break ends in 30 seconds. That's how we friends. Really, really big spoiler about to drop. Kind of. Lydia has fucking children. Didn't see that one coming. They're in the Death Charger. Swim boys. They don't know the fuck she is really. I mean, they know, but they don't. And she is like on her, she basically died. They like had to mend her body back together. The second she gets up, she's barely alive, runs her ass to exactly where she knows they will be. Welcome back, not subby friends. But that was crazy. That was crazy as fuck. Dude, Lydia became one of my favorite characters. Like, her story, I just sobbed. Also, I knew that Hunt's origin was gonna have to do with hell when the prince kept, like, talking about, like, a black crown or some shit. I was like, is this motherfucker a prince of hell? He is, but isn't. That was okay. Yeah, like calls her like apparently like 5 times. And then the whole cave scene. The whole cave scene. They slaughtered them bitches. Ooh, they deserved it too. Fuck the Autumn King. Bitch ass. Oh, dang it. They got his ass and he deserved it. He deserved it. Okay? Yeah. Rune ends up saving the day in that scene though. And like, that shit was crazy. And then the whole fucking island transformed. Like, Bryce just fucking rebirthed this whole land and shit. That shit was crazy. And then unintentionally at that point became the queen of that fucking individual little land too. This bitch is that bitch. She's that bitch. And then in all of this happening, Ethan, Connor, which Connor was part of Danica's pack, and like him and Bryce like could have been a thing. He like wanted them to be a thing, but Bryce was kind of being a hoe, and she was like, but I like you, but I don't. Anyways, Connor's brother, Ethan, ends up becoming the prime of the wolves. That was okay. And then yeah, that was just, bless his fucking heart. Oh my god, he made me so sad. And then when he talked to Connor for one last time, and like the whole time in this he's been talking about or repeating in his head, make your brother proud, because the Viper Queen said it to him. I think somebody said it to him, so he's been repeating for, you know, a lot of the story in his head, make your brother proud, because he just keeps thinking of that. And the last time he talks to Connor, when they have to go visit Bone Quarter, and then fucking Hypaxia becomes the fucking like queen of the Bone Quarter. Okay. Connor says, hey, you do make me proud. Oh my god, shut up. Shut the fuck up. I lost it. I lost it. Shambles. Absolute shambles. And then so before the whole like cave scene and they actually get into this, is it? Yeah, no, it's when they go to the whatever fucking wall that keeps hell out, basically, because they're about to open that shit up. They're about to open this fucking pit up. The fucking Bryce is so goddamn bold. This bitch just opens a portal back into fucking Prithian in the middle of fucking Nesta's living room, and Nesta's like, bitch. And Bryce goes, hey Nesta, you almost got them killed and you fucked them over, and you're just gonna open a portal in her living room? Homegirl was sitting by the fire just minding her business. And then Bryce is like, hey, listen, I'm sorry about what happened, girl. So sorry. My fault, OG. But I have a favor to ask. Can I have the mask? Like, I'm sorry again. I'll give it back. And I'll give the dagger back once I get all this shit done. But, like, I need the mask. Nessa's like, bitch, I will kill you. The fuck? And it just becomes this whole, like, desperate plea, and eventually, Bryce's parents are there, and she kind of, like, tricks her parents into just shoving them into the portal, into this other fucking world with these fucking random fae people she barely knows, as collateral, basically, but also to keep them safe. But it was essentially collateral. You're so fucking wrong for that. Absolutely wrong for that. What the fuck? Bitch! But somehow, by a miracle, Nesta gives her the mask. This is why we can't have nice things. Anyways. Yeah, that was fucking insane. What else? I'm looking at my fucking notes. Dude, the last 150 pages of this fucking thickie, I kid you not, I sobbed the entire 150 pages. Sobbed, ugly fucking crying in this chair right here in this room. Ugly fucking crying, man. Oh my fucking god. Sarah know how to put her whole pussy in them last 100 pages. Every time. That's just a Sarah fucking J. Maas reading experience right there. Any of her books. Mona, stop. Thank you for the resub. I love you. 7 months? Damn. 7 months? It's quick, but I love you. Thank you so much. My heart. Oh my god. I'm giving you like the whole tea synopsis. I already gave you no explanation things. So what was I fucking, oh yeah, so she gets the mask, whatever, and shoves her fucked parents up in there. I still think that was fucked up. Anyways, Rune and Lydia, you know, he was pissed as fuck at her, but he's also like, damn, that's Day Bright, like, that's Day, that's Agent, that's my girl, we telepathically fucked. He eventually is starting to, like, kind of forgive her. I was like, nah, I'll just wait for stream. Real, you know I'm going yap. I'm gonna give it all. They eventually, you know, are just kind of like getting back into, you know, figuring the fuck out, like, oh my god, you're this bitch, oh my god, like, this is who you is, this is who you is, fuck. And I was like, because he kept saying something, he was like, there's just this other feeling, and Sarah kind of tried to make it kind of just play off as like, oh, I think she was trying to give the vibe of like him just like not wanting to say that he loves her. They're mates. They're fucking mates. Come on. They are, by the way. So Lydia and Rune are mates. Rune, at one point, so once the whole, like, the war, the fights are going down, right? Also, Bryce is that bitch. She thinking 4 fucking backup plans to their plan, and, like, don't tell nobody. Once this whole shebang start, Lydia, they end up going to the Asari's castle because Lydia gets a message from Pollux. It's like, hey bitch, I got your kids. Come get them. Come here. And they're not his kids, so, and they've been a secret. Nobody knows about them except for her and the little, not the River Queen, but fucking like Ocean Queen. I don't remember who she is. She's whatever. The one that is in charge of the Death Charger submarine thing. Because she agreed to take the kids in and give them a family if Lydia kept working undercover, but also eating her like tips and shit, whatever. So Pollock somehow finds out and snatches them bitches. And so Lydia, you know, she do the motherly thing and she's gonna try to go save them. She's with Rune. And Rune's like, she's gonna go get herself killed. It's a trap. And this motherfucker shoots his bitch. He shoots his woman in the leg so she won't get herself killed. He shoots her in the leg. He's like, you're gonna get yourself killed, babe. And she's like, I will kill you. I will fucking kill you. And I will never forgive you. And he says, I know. What? Okay. What? I should have paid it. Huh? Okay. What else? Yeah, that was crazy. And so it's these two twin boys. One of them is like, he's soft-hearted, so he's like trying, he's like, obviously they're both very like, but he's more soft-hearted and like he's so sweet. And then the other one is that he's the fucking asshole. He's like, you're not my fucking mom, bitch. Fuck you. You're a piece of shit. Get the fuck away from me. I don't want to have a relationship with you. You know, he's that fucking asshole. And so that storyline just made me cry too, because she eventually, like, they save them, they reunite them with their parents, whatever, and oh my god, the nice one, like the sweet one, calls her mom. I lost my shit, dude. Oh my god, I lost it. I was sobbing because what that means to her, like, she's been going through the shit she's going through for them, in a sense, kind of, you know, keeping them in secret and all that. Oh my god, I was in shambles. Lost my mind. And then Lydia fucking comes in clutch. So they find out through all of that shit that the Astari, like, Bryce found out in second book that the Astari feed off of their, like, first light, whatever. Hypaxia in this whole thing and their whatever, she ends up kind of making a, like, cure to get rid of the parasite that the Astari put in the water, to force them to get that, like, basically gives them no choice into doing the drop, giving them their first light, whatever. Who else takes it? Hypaxia takes it. Ethan takes it. Therian takes it. Lydia, I think, eventually takes it. And Lydia, dog, like, she turns into, yeah, it's right here. I opened, like, right to it. She just burst into, like, fucking flames. She turns into this literal, like, fucking phoenix, bro. And she's like, I've always known that I have this power, but, like, she just kind of, like, kept it. It was flames, but she knew they were different, like, kind of flames. And she ran into Danica, who somehow learned things about Lydia's paternal bloodline and wanted to know if Lydia had any strange gifts, fae-like elemental gifts, because Ethan, when he took it, he got, like, ice powers, which wolves aren't supposed to have powers, let alone elemental powers. So that was a whole weird thing. They didn't really explain that. But yeah, so, and okay, so her kids' names are Brandon and Astion. She calls him Ace. The other one is Bran. And Brandon is a Easter egg to Throne of Glass. I think it's Rowan's bloodline or something, is what people are saying. I'm pretty sure is what. But Lydia, in just a whole sense herself, with this whole fire, once she takes, you know, the thing, oh, I think Vroon eventually took it, and she just turns into this like bomb and goes out and fucks everybody up, basically saving the day and shit. Flame rippled. And she fucked up like all the dread wolves and shit. And so Lydia is an like Easter egg is basically related to Aelin because of like the fire, like, you know, Fireheart, whatever. So that was crazy learning that. Which again, that's something like her kids and then her, something I never would have caught on until I saw it on TikTok because I didn't finish Throne of Glass, which is kind of like I want to, but whatever. So that was crazy. I don't know, even without knowing that it was like a hint to her being related, my mind was blown. I was like, who is this bad bitch? Her whole story and like redemption, it just made her one of my favorites. Like, great, amazing. But yeah. So the antidote, a bunch of them are taking it. What else do I have? So when I was talking about how I predicted Hunt being a Prince of Hell, he wasn't necessarily they find out that he was made by two of the princes, Apollyon, and then I don't remember the other one. He was made by them essentially, and this whole other fucking explanation and the purpose for his making, whatever. Y'all know I don't let y'all up there. That was like a whole like kind of brushed off thing. Like when the princess started hinting to him, I was like, okay, like saying something about like Black Crown or whatever. He's like, what the fuck y'all mean? I'm like, oh, we'll tell you later, bro. Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it. And Hunt's, you know, like all angsty and just, you know, I need to know. And yeah, so they like find that out, and then it's not really, it's kind of irrelevant, but not really, because there's a whole story about how I'm pretty sure it was planned for him and Bryce to eventually, because oh, there's so much, man. There's a whole thing in a thing. Essentially, he was made to be with the Starborn person. That's why they made him, so they were meant to be, you know, whatever. But other than that, it's kind of just like brushed. There's like a moment where he, like, you know, he's just, oh fuck, brooding, and Bryce is like, it doesn't matter. It's not about that you were mean, it's about who you are now. And some fucking inspirational quote shit. Whatever. So that's really about it. That's like brought up with that. And then the end that really made me lose my shit, man. Oh my god. So when Bryce opens up the portal to fucking pick her parents up, like, okay. Sorry. Hey guys. Here's the mask back and here's the dagger. Thanks, Nesta. Cassian's there. So it's Nesta and Cassian, and then Ember and Randall, Bryce's parents. Yeah. And they're just chilling. They're all homies. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, how is the time different? Because this battle, from the time that like she put her parents in there, it was like a day or two, but like they making it seem like they've been there for like months or weeks or something. But they're homies, right? And And my heart, Ember, Bryce's mom, she starts mothering Nesta. And she's like, this time with you has been, like, such a joy. And, like, Nesta's, like, you trying not to fucking cry. And she's, like, hugging her. She's like... And then she's... says something about fucking, no, that's the bonus chapter. Talking about her being a mom. But the, let's see if I can find it real quick. Probably not. Oh yeah. When one of Lydia's sons said you're badass, and then he like Loki added mom and then just like ran away. Oh my heart. No. There we go, okay. Bryce found Nesta in the same room the female had been in before, with Ember Randall and a handsome, vaguely familiar winged male who smelled like Nesta's mate. Girl, what do you mean by that? I know, like, they carry each other's scent when they're made, whatever. And it was, I don't know, it was just like... She kept calling all the... Bryce kept calling... Oh, she kept saying as it's like handsome face. She kept calling his, like, kept... Every time she mentioned him, it was like, his handsome face. True. She always calls all of them, like, handsome. And... I'm just like, girl, you right. True. Welcome in. That is crazy. It really has been a fucking minute. Now that we thinking about it. I only had the PS2. Growing up, I had a PS2. I had, actually... I think my piece of shit ex, we had like a PS, I think we got a PS3. I don't really remember, that was a long time ago. But they're just sitting around the table eating fucking chocolate cake, hanging out, right? And instantly, you know, Nesta gets up and she's like... And Cassian, you know, reaches for whatever weapon he's fucking got. Because he's never seen, like, Nesta obviously, like, she knows Bryce, but he's, like, never seen this shit. So Cassian's a lot more, like, standing in the corner, like... They're just, yeah, they were just happy and chilling. Nesta and her mate tense because of Hunt, because Hunt was with her and Hunt had like stepped into the world, and so fucking Cassian and Hunt having the fucking stare down. Nesta says you have 1 minute before before Reese gets here and explodes. And then, oh my god, Moon, if you're still in here, I've lost it here as well. Also, they're speaking in the same language as the Fae because they gave them the same. So when Bryce was under the mountain, Reese gave her this like it was literally, she described it as just like a bean, and when she ate it, it made her able to... Badass cats, bro. Can't have nothing nice. It made her able to speak in their tongue as well as understand it. And it's funny because throughout the time that she's there still, and she tries to describe like her modern things in her world, it's like she says it feels weird because they don't have like a word for it, so it's hard to like say. But anyways, apparently they gave Ember and Randall them, which I mean, understandable, because otherwise it would have been really awkward if they couldn't just, they're just fucking sitting there, nobody could talk, language barrier. But anyways, Bryce was like, oh shit. But yeah, so Nesta says you have 1 minute before Reese gets here and explodes. Fucking Ember, she goes, oh, he'll be fine, Cassian. Oh, Nesta didn't say it. It was Cassian. And Bryce says Reese-Ann will be fine. The guy who brings darkness incarnate. And then Ember says he and Randall bonded about being overprotective dads. Now Reese knows exactly the sort of shit you like to pull, which apparently you pulled here too. Being overprotective dads. I screamed, dude. No, I was already still sobbing, and then I lost it even more. I just further lost it. Because obviously they don't talk about him except for this moment, and then when Az said it to Nesta. They don't really talk about him at all otherwise. But I have a feeling that it's been some time and he's probably like a little kid or something maybe. But anyways, oh my god, yeah, lost it. Absolutely fucking lost it. And then she pulls out the mask and gives it to Nesta, and she also Bryce drew the truth teller, the dagger, and Cassian looked like he jumped between her and Nesta. Hunt set his feet into a fighting stance also, so Bryce says alpha holes. They're like, the boy's ready to go. Hunt and Cassian would be best fucking friends too. Oh my god. I don't know why I didn't think about that until just now. They would shoot the shit. They would be pals. They would do dumb shit together. They would do dumb shit together. And they don't fucking play about they ladies. And they ladies could be best friends too. Like, why don't they just open up a portal and like hang out? Yeah, double dates, literally. Like, why don't we just hang out? So, I'm very curious how this might play into the next ACOTAR book. Like, I know she said it, like, it's supposed to be Elaine, but I wonder if, like, Bryce or any of this situation is going to be mentioned in any way, shape, or form. Because clearly, this is way after Silver Flame, because she's not mentioning that at all, and, you know, whatever. So, I'm very curious. But yeah, double dates, absolutely need. They would be they'd be locked in. They'd be locked in. Poor Nesta's been in the doghouse ever since you took their weapons and dumped us here. Afeira's brought up. Ember said, I tried telling Rhysand and Asriel how there's no stopping you when you've got your mind set to something. I think Feyre, Rhysand's mate, believed me, but I apologized again for my daughter's behavior. Okay, where's the part where Ember moms Nesta? But Ember continued. Ember continued, only looking at Nesta. I'm glad of one thing, that I was able to meet you. Nesta says quietly, your mother loves you. Don't for 1 second take that for granted. I almost start crying right now. I got mommy issues. Nesta really looked like, or Ember really looked like she might cry, especially as she turned back to Nesta and said, this time with you was a gift, Nesta, truly. She pulled Nesta into a hug. Bryce could have sworn something like pain and longing crossed Nesta's expression. Like she hadn't experienced a mom hug for a long, long time. Man. Oh. I was sobbing horrendously. I have mother issues. And then and then Randall, she knew what she was doing. She knew what she was doing. Randall and Cassian clasped arms warmly. Thanks, friend, Randall said to the warrior for everything. Cassian grinned. See, Nesta wants all of these fucking Akatar men. She's calling them handsome all the fucking time. And she said, Cassian grinned, and well, Bryce could see why Nesta might be into a male who looked like that. Girl. You're so valid for that. She just like me for real. Like, you got hunt, but like, you're acknowledging that these motherfuckers fine. And you know. Maybe we'll meet, Cassian said to Randall, maybe we'll meet again one day under less strange circumstances. And Randall said, I hope so. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ember at last pulled away from Nesta, but she gently put a hand to the female's cheek and whispered, you'll find your way. Fuck you, Sarah. Sarah, when I find you, dude, I'm... Before she walked the portal, Nesta could have sworn there were tears in, or Bryce could have sworn there was tears in Nesta's eyes. Cassian, like any good mate, sensed that he wasn't wanted and walked over to the fireplace to pretend to read some sort of old-looking manuscripts. Period. Period, Cass. He said, yeah. Bryce knew that also, like any good mate, if she made one wrong move, he'd rip her to shreds, which is precisely why Hunt had come back into the room and was watching Nesta carefully. Nesta then repeats Bryce's little, like, motto, alpha holes. Bryce draws the star sword. Cassian tenses, but Bryce offers the blade to Nesta. She gives Nesta the star sword. So that's gonna be, this is what I'm very interested to fucking see. So she gives Nesta the star sword, because Nesta said that she has an 8-pointed star tattooed on her body, and that was like a whole pivotal part of like they're in the tunnels adventures, because Bryce's star, they found this thing that had a like 8-pointed star, and Nesta was like, that's weird. I got a tattoo of that shit. I knew I'd see that somewhere. Anyways. So that's why she gives it to her. But yeah, so Bryce gives Nesta the fucking star sword. And Nesta's like, the fuck? And she's like, hey, you said you had that tattoo. And you also were able to, you know, find the 8-pointed star chamber in the prison. And this is like, okay, so can y'all let me have something? And so Bryce is like, I want you to take it, because they have legends of this sword in their land too. They call it a, I can't pronounce Gwydion. Yeah, anyways, but it's one of the, like, yeah. Also, I didn't mention this earlier, the horn is part of one of the missing pieces of the dead trove in Akatar. Dude, unhand me! Oh my god, on camera? You are a fucking absolute fiend. Come on. If you gonna be all extra and crusty, you could be down here. Y'all can't be up there. Damn, he gripped me. I just got assaulted on cam. But anyways, and I think I can't remember if the Star Sword is too, but the horn is part of the missing, one of the missing. I think it's the horn and the Star Sword, or because there's 2 pieces missing. The dead trope, yeah, whatever. Either way, essentially, at least the horn is. So that's fucking wild. But she gives Nesta the Star Sword. The age of the Starborn is over on Midgard. It ends with me. Nesta's like, I don't fucking, what are you talking about? I don't understand. So Bryce, you know, she's just like mysterious girly. She starts walking into the portal with Hunt, and she turns around, says, I think that 8-pointed star that was tattooed on you for a reason. Take the sword and go figure out why. Why am I being assaulted and harassed by everybody? I can't have anything nice. Oh my god, you ain't have to be that dramatic about it. God. Yeah, so that's... I'm very interested to see what Nesta's whole lore with this fucking star is. Like, her version of it. Because that's clearly a setup for a story, like, of some sort, or some sort of plot line. Because how are you just gonna, like, mention something that serious? And it's Sarah. There ain't no fucking coincidences in Sarah's worlds. Okay? That's one thing y'all gotta learn about Sarah. She don't do coincidences. At all. She don't. She just don't. So I'm very, very confused and interested how that's gonna go, considering... Bagel. I can't have anything nice, guys. So, there's that. I got fucking manhandled by one of them. We've got fucking dumbass. What is she fucking doing? Bagel. Are you stuck? Do you need help? Oh, no. Alright. Anyways. Nico broke a crystal? No. Dude, they've done that before. I have mine on my old, like, plant cart. So they're not really able to be knocked down, but they used to. And I was like, oh god. They've been fucking with my plants, which they never used to. So I was like, this is what we're really not gonna do. So they always, I can't have anything nice in this house. They always fuck it up. But since the next book is going to be Elaine's, is this not gonna... Girl, is this not gonna be addressed until after? And like a book after that? Or is it gonna be kind of like a side thing in Elaine's? Sarah. Sarah. Girly pot. But, dude, and like, I want to reread these, but I just can't reread things. But I want to reread them just for the nostalgia. I've considered audiobook just because then I don't have to read. But just for like the little things, I mean, I already know them all because they've been pointed out all over fucking like TikTok and shit. But like I've been looking for you, like the things connect and make sense later. Oh, man. Oh my god. The cabin. His whole speech and story. Dog, I couldn't breathe. I could not breathe. I was in shambles. And then the next second they fucking, they wasn't just fucking, they wasn't just having sex, that was fucking. They was fucking. Dude, the pipeline of Faye smut to straight Faye corn and silver flame. Girl, she said, y'all asked. Well, guess I could take away the spoiler, but trying to think if there's anything. Let me go through my notes one more time, make sure there wasn't anything else I wanted to talk about. Not really. So there was the connection between so the Erd was called Worm in Akatar world. I said, do we have a cauldron in Midgard then? Interesting. Bryce has that amulet that she got from, oh my god, one of the I just completely missed one of the saddest parts at the end. Hold the fuck on. So Ethan is in a whole world of shit, you know, whatever. He's been in the house of fucking Flame and Shadow, and Jessica, is that how you say it? The one that used to be Bryce's employer. She's down there now running shit. That's where she went with all the books and shit. But Ethan goes down there. He runs down there because he's in a load of fucking bullshit. And is like working under her for her help for some stupid shit. And he gets her fucking backstory lore out of her, which nobody really has. And she basically is like, yeah, I'm old as fuck. Like, I'm one of the OG old witches that were in this bitch. I'm old as hell, dog. But she's talking about how she was given the books, and then everybody, you know, this big group of people were set to guard them, but they got murdered. She came into the hands of the books and has been entrusted to, you know, guard them, and so she just has been doing it for, you know, like the honor of the people type shit, whatever. So yeah, she's like opening up about that and about how she's, you know, lived a really fucking long life. All sorts of shit, talking about, you know, Ethan's like, you know, well, who's gonna guard him after you? And I think she says something about like, I'll know when I know, or something, or when are you gonna be done? I don't know if it was when are you gonna pass on the books, or when are you like ready to die. One of the two is what he asked, and she's like, I'll know when I know. Dog. So when Bryce is fucking killing all the Astaris, she opens a whole fucking black hole, but she gets dragged into it. So she's about to fucking die. And it's like closing. It's her fighting off the main fucking Astari that's like been her op the whole time. I don't remember his name because I have no memory. They're like fucking fighting each other in space. She ran out of air, you know, because they're in fucking the void. And Hunt puts on the fucking mask. He puts the mask on. Holy shit, I forgot that too. He gets into one of the newer, like, techie mech suits that the Astari had, and puts the mask on and fucking goes in there and gets her ass, right? And the mask is like telling him or something. He thinks it's the mech suit, but it really, he gets Bryce out and realizes that it was the mask telling him that Bryce is dead. So she's dead, but then out of fucking nowhere, Ethan, I don't remember if Ethan was already there or not, but Jasiba fucking pulls up, and the princes of hell are like, because they got some animosity, they got some beef, right, some old beef with her or whatever, but they, you know, they ain't gonna do nothing. This is serious times. We got bigger fish to fry. And so Hypaxia is now like rules the Bone Quarter, and there isn't really a Bone Quarter anymore, because when Connor was talking to Ethan, when I was talking about it originally, he gave him this like single bullet that all of the dead made and put all of themselves in. So all of the dead are like that were in the Bone Quarter are gone, because this, you know, bullet that they made specifically for Bryce, whatever. That was a whole nother little thing. But yeah, Hypaxia and Jasiba roll up, and if you remember in the other books, Bryce sold her soul to the Underking for Danica. If it were me if it were me anyways. So like, if she, even though there really is technically no Bone Quarter anymore, they still know that like if she's dead, that there's no chance for her and anything, if there is anything out there that is the afterlife, that's outside of what they already know of it. And Siba pulls up and is like, nah, I give my soul to Bryce. I want bubblegum. Hi, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping in and saying hi. Hope you're having a good week. Yeah, so she's like, I'm doing great. How are you? I don't got bubblegum either, man. Sadly. But I'm alright. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. I'm glad you're doing great. Hopefully you get some bubblegum in the very near future. I don't got no gum at all down here, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it. Jasiba pulls up on some shit. She's like, I give Bryce my soul. I'm ready to go. I've lived a long life, you know. I knew in this moment it's time. I've already pre-planned this, because I figured y'all was gonna need some. She was like, I know, Bryce, I figured y'all was gonna need some, so I made this plan. She signed off everything for all of the books to become Bryce's possession ownerships. Thank you. Like, she thought this through. And the Princess of Hell are like, bitch, you can't do that. And she's like, actually, I can. And Hypaxia comes up, she's like, I rule the Bone Quarter now. I am actually now technically the new Underking. So, actually, she can. And I'm gonna do it for her. And so she's like debating with the Princess of Hell, kind of like, because they're like, bitch, you can't do that. And Hypaxia is like, we gotta come on. Y'all need to shut the fuck up. Because she is, the longer we sit here yapping, the farther her soul gonna be, and we can't snatch it back, you know? And so she was like, yeah, no, I give Bryce my soul, and literally sacrifices herself for Bryce. And Bryce comes back to life. I sobbed I was a mess. A fucking mess. Like I said, the whole last 150 pages I was sobbing. Like, actually, the whole 150 pages. I non-stop sobbed. So. But also, I, get really emotionally attached to characters, fictional characters, and,
Having health insurance is
and I'm an emotional ass bitch. I'm very mentally ill. So, I just be crying, right? But yeah, no, the end of this book was so fucking good. Like the way that just all of the storylines and kind of came to their end for the book, I think was just, I think my favorite ending was Jasiba doing that. The whole Nesta Ember motherly thing. And then the Lydia's like ending and shit. Like those were just all so fucking good put together and everything. And then after, you know, all the fucking crazy shit goes down, Bryce, straight up, she, as the queen of fucking the Valbarn Fae, or just the Fae in general, actually, everybody's like, hey, you know, like, we gonna need somebody, and, like, you should do it, because you're basically already there, you know, you queen of two things. We're gonna need, like, a overall ruler, you know, whatever. Her bitch ass gathers a bunch of Fae nobles up in the Autumn King's house, right? In the news, people, like, literally the next day, like, this bitch, you just died. Take a day off. And is straight up has the paper and literally about to sign it. She's like, gives literally all of these snobby ass Fae royalty people a heart attack. And she's straight up like, so there's not gonna be any more, you know, this is a fucking democracy, bitches. That's what we doing. Okay? So I'm cutting this shit. There ain't no motherfucking Fae rulers. None of that. And all of the houses that y'all got that are just in your possession, you're gonna have to give to the victims that are displaced from these bombings of the, you know, the middle of the goddamn fucking town that y'all were probably in support of. So you have to give them your extra housing. I don't give a fuck. And this house, Autumn King's house, I'm fucking auctioning that bitch and giving the money to the people that were affected, or donating it or something. Basically just shitted on them. Shitted on them. They were pissed. So yeah, they, and just kind of all are like, cool. And turn it into a democracy. Near the end though, they obviously, I think it's gonna be their next battle to tackle is, since there's no more First Light, they have to now preserve all of the electricity, because they're gonna run out, and they're gonna have to go to like Akatar times with some fucking candles and shit. So yeah, they're talking about how they're gonna try to figure out how to run things without First Light. And they're working with the fucking ocean people, because the one queen has been running the Death Charger submarine on whatever the fuck she's running it on, and it's not First Light. So they're trying to work with her to figure out how they can, you know, hopefully figure that shit out. But yeah, and then it just kind of cuts to like a very short little happy snippet of them at her parents' house and some shit, whatever. In bed sobbing, actually. I was in this chair working. Working. Sobbing a mess. I don't really care. And you know what? It be like that. I don't care. I got paid to cry. And read. What more can I ask for? What more can I ask for? But yeah, so your ad is about to start. Okay, well, warning. Non-subby friends. Yeah, I really do want to give Throne of Glass another chance, but at the same time, I don't want to waste my time and disappoint myself. So I'm like, I get FOMO though, even though I know like pretty much everything because of fucking TikTok. I have FOMO. And everybody talking about how hard they cried. I want to cry. I'm a sad bitch. I don't know. It might just be the book I was on. Maybe that was it, because the first 2 books weren't too bad. And then the third one I was like, me. And I got the 4th one and I was just like, I can't do this no more. I'm trying, I really am. I don't know. I'm gonna try to do it one day. Couldn't tell you when that day is gonna be though. But I guess we can say we're not doing spoilers anymore. So yeah, that's my yapping of SJM. Mostly just gave a whole synopsis, fucking summary of House of Flame and Shadow, and I'm not mad about it because you know what? It has to be said somewhere. I have to talk about it in one way or another. I currently am reading. Man, I had points that I wrote down as shit too, like actual pointers that I wanted to do. Oh, I said I wanted to mention what I'm reading at the beginning of episodes. I may as well do that at the end. I'll be doing end of the month wrap-ups, so it's every other Thursday. So I'm gonna be streaming every Thursday. It's gonna be like this week is book club. Next week's Crime with Vibe, book club, Crime with Vibe, whatever. So they're interlacing Thursdays. Yeah, so the second one of the month, the one that's at the end of the month, I'm going to do like a end of the month kind of wrap up. Welcome back, non-subby friends. I'm gonna be doing an end of the month wrap up, and the second one, yeah. Oh, I was having a debate, and I was like, I'm gonna ask the people, do y'all remove the sleeve on your hardcovers when you read? Because I'm in like this group on Facebook, and there was like people talking about it. Like I used to try to just read with the sleeve on, but I couldn't do it no more, so I take that bitch off. I can't. It's just in the way and irritates me. But I forgot I put that in here. Yeah, so and then at the end, I put that say it at the beginning, but I'm just gonna do it at the end. It's always weird. Yeah, that too. To mess it up. The sad thing is though, for my Ruthless Vows, I fucking accidentally like got a drop of water on it, so like it fucked up part of the cover, and I was like, fuck. But at least the sleeve covers it up, I guess. Yeah, so I put that in there. And what I'm currently reading is If Only I Had Told Her? Yeah. If Only I Had Told Her. It's the second book to the If He Had Been With Me. Dog. I've been crying the whole book, off and on. It's sad. It's so sad. It's more of a YA though. So if that's not your thing, I don't know. It's sad as fuck. It's so, oh my god. Finn, the way that Finn describes his love and the way he describes Autumn makes me want to vomit in a not bad way. But like, it's everybody needs a Finn. Like, the way he talks about how much he fucking loves her and talks about her makes me violently sob. It's so... I just... Huh? I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it's... Yeah. Yeah. It's that peak fucking... It's that kind of love. It's like... If I would have read this when I was single, I would have been like... Damn, I'm never gonna have nobody think about me like that. It's like that shit. It is so goddamn sweet. Fairy books. Speaking of books, hello. Hi, welcome in. We're doing well. Thank you for stopping in and saying hi. Yeah, so I'm currently reading If Only I'd Told Her. Like, kind of almost done with that. And then I've got a couple TBRs, that I want to start. I've got, oh shit, Locked Door by, Rita whatever, Queen of fucking Thriller. Dude, I read Never Lie by her. Huh? Huh? That's the only way I can describe that book. Huh? The fuck? Oh my god. So I picked that up. I've got, what else do I got? Masters of Death. And then, shit, what's the other one called? I just had it. Who the fuck is revving their fucking crusty ass truck outside? I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. Don't you even worry about it. It's the, One Dark Window. The Shepherd King series. I saw everyone talking about how good the second book is, so I was like, word. Swear. Before before Crescent City came in the mail, I had just finished the fucking The Serpent and the Wings of Night. I had just finished that. And that actually was really good. That was actually really, really fucking good. I would say if you like ACOTAR a lot, you would probably like Serpent of Wings and or Serpent and the Wings or Serpent and the Wings of Night. Holy shit. Words are hard. And I had barely started book 2 on my KU on my phone when Crescent City came in, and then right after Crescent City is If Only I Had Told Her came in. So I have not gotten back to that yet, and I want to. I have like on my Goodreads 3 things in my currently reading. Oops. Do you have a fave book or author? Author, I want to say Sarah J. Maas, but like as a person, ooh, rough. So I would say not really. I just recently had discovered Frida, McFadden, is that her? Yeah. The Queen of fucking Thrillers. The one book I read of hers I liked a fucking lot, and I've heard really good things. She's the author of Housemaid. That was a really popular book, Talk One, which is on my TBR. But I read Never Lie by her, and I've got Locked Door on my TBR on my shelf. So she's an author I really enjoy, that got me reading something other than fucking romantasy. So I really enjoyed her book that I read. And then Fourth Wing's a favorite book. Book 2, Mist and Fury of Gordon Thorns and Roses is a fave. Newly, I'm gonna say House of Flame and Shadow, the new Crescent City that came out, is up there now too. Shit, I gotta go through my list of books I've read. I be forgetting some, I'm gonna be honest. So I forget things easily. Nice. What about you though? Do you have a fave of either? Outside of book talk and like previous reading, All the Bright Places, they bombed that fucking movie. The movie was so good, but oh my god, I gave myself a fucking stick and poke of the I Was Here post-it. That's such a good fucking book. Outside of like when I started rereading again. I be forgetting. I really do. Jinxed. If you like spice. I liked the concept of it though, but girl, that shit was spicy. Oh my god. Marissa Mayer, Stephanie Garber. I read I want to read, what's the fucking other one? Hang on. My brain just stops working. Books, Magnolia Parks. Oh, I actually just saw the last one on TikTok today and I was like, Once Upon a Broken Heart. I've had that on my TBR for a while and I've been considering. I read Caraval, but I haven't read the other ones. There's what? Oh, 4 is coming out. Oh, it's a novella. Holiday novella. So what is there? Just 3? Technically 3? I've only read the first one. It wasn't bad. I liked it. Oh yeah, okay, there are 3 and then there's just the novellas just there. I liked Caraval. It wasn't bad. I don't have anything bad to say about it. I liked it a lot. But the other one is one I've been meaning to read. Dirty Blood is like so stunning. Word. I think I have that already put in my TBR for Goodreads. If not, I'm gonna go back and do it. Curious to see what I think of this looks. See, the only Stephanie Garber is really the only one out of your list that I've read, so I mean, give it a go. I mean, a lot of people enjoy it, but there are people that don't, and that's okay. You know, whatever. We don't judge here. A really low-key one that I read was The Stars Are Dying. I feel like from what I remember, that was good. Ooh, one that I really want to touch on and do a like future episode on is A Touch of Darkness. It's a Hades and Persephone retelling. I got words on that. I got words on that one. I do. But I would say Lightlark is really good. It's very, very similar to Caraval. But it was good. Oh, okay. Powerless. Girl, I need Kai biblically in a way that's concerning to feminism. Genuinely. I said what I said. Yeah, so I would say favorites would be A Court of Mist and Fury. I really love House of Flame and Shadow. Powerless. The Fabric of Our Souls, it's spicy, but it's really fucking triggering. It's like about, all things in that category that I can't really talk about here. But it's so good. Oh, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Sounds like a fun time. Yes. The Sarah books, like, you really just gotta like dive into them. It's a whole fucking experience. It's a journey. So I hope you like them. If not, that's okay. Yeah. So this is very new. I'm gonna be doing this every other Thursday, so I'll be here. Obsessed with Touch of Darkness. I hate it. I hate it. In the shortest way I can say it, the way that the books are set up pisses me off. Like, immensely. And I wanted to do at least part of an episode on it, or a full episode on it. I struggled to get through some of them, because like the books are set up in like opposite POV. So first one's in hers, second one's in his, but the second one that's in his is the events that were in the first book. I'm like, bitch, I want to know what happens. I know it's important to see from his side the shit that he got going on, but just put it in one book and tell me what the fuck happens next, please. Fuck. Oh my god. It made me so mad. I loved the book and the books, but also didn't because of that. It made it very hard for me to get through like the last couple, because I was just like, like, girl, please. I almost considered trying to tandem read them bitches, and I don't be wanting to do that. Could have been, yeah, like, and so it makes me sad because that brought down my opinion of the series and like, I guess, my rating, because I love Greek mythology, so I was so excited to find, even though Hades and Persephone's story is actually fucking extremely fucked up, and it's not really anything like that. But yeah, it's a retelling, so anyways. I love Greek mythology, whatever. So I was very interested. It's the first book, series is good. First book, I was like, holy shit. And then I opened the second book, I was like, huh? What the fuck? I was so upset. It made it hard to get through the last couple. There's another one coming out this year, and it's his POV this time, and I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna read it, to be honest. I started reading it with only the first two books, so I had time in between reading it. That's fair. That's valid. I read them all like back to back. One kind of binge. So if it was like, if I was waiting, then it would have made it a lot better. Per se, a lot easier to get through and more enjoyable for me, but I just personally threw me off a lot. So that's one I wanted to tackle. King of Battle and Blood is actually kind of fire. I'm not gonna cap. Spicy too. There's a third one coming out in May. The new Touch of Darkness comes out in March. Touch of Darkness 7. Damn. Red Queen. I started that like the end of the year. Red Queen kind of lost me near the end a little bit, but I loved the first like 2 books. It's got a similar vibe to like Lightlark / Caraval, Powerless, I guess. Yeah, Powerless. So I was like, swear. But yeah, I don't know. feel like it might have been a little... I think the issue was that it was kind of drawn out, maybe? And the female main character just was pissing me off. It's like, girl, that's your man. Stop. That's literally me. That's your fucking man. Me bitching about fucking Violet bitching. Me bitching about fucking Bryce bitching. That's your man. Shut up and stop fighting. And just kiss. And then they were kissing. And now we kiss. I just want to do that. Just like take the little Barbie dolls and just shut the fuck up. Shut up. You love each other. Stop it. Like a fucking scolding mom. Stop. Swear. It's like, why are the fights so drawn out, bro? The communication. That's whatever. That's all y'all though. While Powerless doesn't have really like any spice at all, the banter in that so good. I'm so excited for the other two to come out. I'll probably end up doing like a section on her. The Ritual. Bitch. Oh my god. Spicy. I haven't read the rest because I saw a lot of people saying the second book was like ass. Even though technically you can read them like individually. So thought about doing that, but like skipping book 2. One Piece is real. Word? Swear? You found it? Swear? Slay. A Game of Hearts and Heist was my first DNF this year. My only one so far, actually. I literally... It's like a... enemies to lovers, fucking like lesbians or some shit, but it was just literally like the first 2 pages I was like, ew. I didn't like it. It wasn't my thing. Contract Bound. That's a gay one. Unfortunately, there were some like errors that could have used like an editor, but other than that yeah, I would say honestly, Fourth Wing, Court of Mist and Fury, Powerless are like my top 3 right now, and then like 4, Flame Shadow. How far did you get before I DNF'd? Shit, I think it's on KU. Probably look. I'm pretty sure I finished maybe the first chapter. You're rating 1 star. I didn't finish it. See your activity. Okay, I didn't even put my updates on what page I got to. That's slay. Oh, sure, it's in my KU. Yeah, but I'm maybe like 1 or 2 chapters, and I was like, I'm not really vibing with this. I don't. They've already fucked? Ew. They fucked before the book started? Ew. Oh my god. Oh, salty. Yeah. It's a 3-part book series? Damn. I heard it's really steamy and like spicy, but I don't know. I wasn't vibing with it. I think I've only DNF'd 2 books, and it was Throne of Glass book 4 and that. Got to see it through, my boy. Got to see it through. Yeah, that's crazy now that I think about it. Shit. Interesting. Man. For real. I swear. Oh, I get heated sometimes. I be getting heated. Like if I have high expectations and like some shit like that happen, I would be like I probably would have done the exact same thing, to be fucking honest. Yeah. But what are y'all currently reading, and what is like your next TBR that you're hoping to start? That's what I was gonna do at the end of every episode. Like I said, if only I'd told her is what I'm reading, and the next is going to be probably the Frida one, the Locked Door, because it's like not a huge book. I could probably finish it decently. Kelly doesn't. Because I need it. Fair. Valid. Fair. I don't. It's probably gonna be Locked Door, I think. Just to like step back away from fantasy. I mean, I'm reading a fucking YA right now, so. And it's not fantasy. It's like sad, cute puppy love, but very fucking sad. Yeah. I really should finish the book that I have on KU, the Serpent and Wings of Night book 2, because I have started it and then Crescent City came. It's a bitch, a skirt. Yeah, come here, girl. I said. And then immediately right after, If Only I Had Told Her, showed up at the door. So I'm booked. I'm booked, literally. Yeah, but I think those are. We'll see. I might do what I was doing before, which is kind of ballsy of me, but I'll be reading like a physical book, and then in bed I'll read something or whatever I have on my KU, because it's just easier to fucking read on my phone than try to like lay down and like I think I want a Kindle, but in reality I don't, but I kind of think that I want one. But I'm like, girl, no you don't. I had a Kindle when I was younger, and I went to look it up because I was like, I kind of fucked with the even though it was old as hell. I had like, it was basically like a big ass flip phone, but it was like, you know, this, I would say like probably the size of this, yeah. And it had like a fucking little keyboard on the bottom. There were tiny little circle buttons, and then on the side of it, it had a button that was to go to the next page. And that shit was old as a motherfucker. And I looked it up. It was the first Kindle that ever dropped. I was like, ooh, swear. I was like, I'm kind of rocking with the old one. To be fair. Kind of rocking with it. You had to buy like every book individually. I only basically read the Warrior Cat series on there, which I literally put in my TBR because I want to fucking reread it as an adult. I don't care. I'm gonna do it. I said what I said. That's a big ass. The world building in that motherfucker? The lore? Oh my god. That should go crazy. There's so much. Shit. I could do that. It's gonna happen. But I think I'm gonna do eventually double reading like a dumbass. So we'll see. But the yapper's gonna stop yapping. I really just yapped for 2.5 hours. Why did I have my TikTok pull up? think I was gonna show an edit, and I never did. Oh well, whatever. We'll bring that into the later episodes. But next episode is probably gonna be Fourth Wing, possibly featuring Bestie. Maybe. And then I do want to do a section, either a whole episode or just like a section of an episode, specifically about tropes. Because I was looking at the tier list and I was like, damn, I kind of don't fuck with a lot of these, low-key. So that's a possible future one. Touch of Darkness, maybe. I kind of already just kind of said what I had to say though, and I've said it before. We'll see. Got ideas. Tinkin. But I appreciate everybody that hung out with me and talked about books with my yapping ass for episode 1. Had to do Actar. I mean, like, honestly, it would be illegal to not. It's kind of just law at that point. Had to. So, very happy with the episode. And I appreciate y'all very much for being here and hanging out and supporting my new series. Like I said, it's going to be every other Thursday. So the next one will be on the 22nd. And then if you're interested in like true crime things, on the Thursdays that I'm not doing this, I do a true crime series where I talk about cold cases, low-key cases that aren't talked about that need to be, to get attention to them. I fundraise for them or adjacent relevant things that relate to them. So I do that on the other Thursdays. So here every Thursday. It's either going to be books or true crime. I'm yapping either way. But yeah, thank y'all for hanging out with me. Episode 1. And I will probably... Ooh, I'm off on Monday. Slay. Go back to my plant place that I'm on. I'm so excited. I'll probably stream Saturday night. Probably. So, we'll do a little, probably, suffering on Valorant. I mean, let's be real. It's me. Let's be real. Yeah. But I need to shut the fuck up now. So, thank y'all again. I love you guys and appreciate everybody. Appreciate everybody that hung out, everybody that chatted, the follows, sub, lurkers, anybody that just was here. I appreciate y'all and love y'all lots. Yeah, and I will see you guys probably on Saturday. Much love, and I hope you have a great start to your weekend on Friday, and I will see you then. Mwah.